Well, joining me now from Athens, Greece, is Fanis Papathanasiou, a senior international correspondent with Greek Public Television. A very good morning, Fanis. Thank you so much for joining us. An astounding result. Absolutely. An astounding result. The incumbent describes the outcome of this election as a political earthquake. Put this in perspective for us, if you will. Did anybody see this coming, and why is it a political earthquake?
It is an earthquake, Leila, because Kyriakos Mitsotakis managed to have a huge win, an historic win over the central-left opposition party of Alexis Tsipras. It is the biggest margin since the first forced dictatorship elections in 1974. Mitsotakis convinced the Greek people that he's the best candidate to lead Greece for the next 4 years, and he asked for a second chance. During the campaign, he spoke about the future, prioritizing a positive narrative, while his opponent, Alexis Tsipras, focused on a negative. Mitsotakis has apparently emerged unscathed, despite being criticized in regard to a rail tragedy in Tebi at the center of Greece, despite also the criticism for a spying scandal and concerns about the rule of law. So it is a political earthquake here in Greece.
That is very remarkable, isn't it, Fanis? Because none of those very serious scandals really stuck to him at all. What does this outcome signal to you about the Greek electorate and its state of mind right now?
The Greek people want to focus on the future. Greece has emerged, Leila, from a long economic crisis that whipped out nearly 1/4 of its economic output. One challenge for Prime Minister Mitsotakis on his second term is to speed up the power potential for the country. So he spoke about the positive side on this. So he wants now an autonomous government that he will give him a chance with a fresh, strong mandate to push for critical economic reforms and to lead for more investments. That's the thing that made the difference, because he spoke about the future, he spoke about the growth of the Greek economy.
Now, what happens now? Mr. Mitsotakis does not want to form a coalition.
Yes, despite the fact that the Greek Prime Minister has won by a double-digit lead, he cannot form a single-party government. Therefore, the Prime Minister cannot form a government without finding a coalition partner. But this huge win, an historic win, as I said before, many analysts predict that he would not even try with this win to form a coalition government. He wants an autonomous government that will give him a chance to govern, to rule with one single-party government. So definitely we will have new elections at the end of June probably, or early July, with a new electoral system. Which is going to be applied, will give a bonus of 20 to 50 parliamentary seats to the government and a chance for a strong autonomous government for Prime Minister Mitsotakis.
How easy will it be to animate Greek voters, for a second time around to come out and vote?
Greeks like election. It's going to be easy. Even though we're going to be in the middle of the summer, people will go and vote, and people predict here that he's going to be a big winner in this new election round.
But in the meantime, what are the options for Syriza? What is behind their poor performance? Will they be able to turn that around? Will there need to be a change in leadership? And what would it mean if Mr. Tsipras were to depart from the party?
That's a big challenge, a good question. Now the problem is for Alexis Tsipras, the left leader of the opposition, who failed to convince the voters that his party, Syriza, offers an alternative government option to Mitsotakis' policy. So the main opposition leader has a bigger challenge now, because he has to lead Syriza to these elections after a huge defeat for his party, with no chances to win. And many analysts predict that he will lose even more voters to other parties like PASOK and to a new left party, the Course of Liberty, who is led by a former colleague of Alexis Tsipras, Zoe Konstantopoulou, a former Speaker of the House.
Interesting times ahead in Greece. Fanis Papathanasiou, thank you so much for joining us and explaining it all.
My pleasure.